It's your boy Ross B. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to subscribe, like, share this XenHouse podcast. We're also available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. If you have any feedback, please be sure to drop it in the comment section.
I can't move the way I used to, had to call the audible. I put in the work, no humble flex. And talk of the town, you see who next. They on checkers, I'm on chess. Had to hit up with the X. XenHouse.
This is the XenHouse podcast, episode 60.
60.
Who's number 60?
Who knows, yo? Old line.
Some type of line.
You getting into old line now.
It's beyond.
It's out of
my
our
scope.
league.
Out of my scope. On the XenHouse podcast, we like to connect fitness, community, culture, and merge it with mind, body, soul.
That wasn't too bad.
I like that one? Yo, it's your boy Des Hines, the one and only.
It's your boy A. Joe, not stuttering.
Yo.
And it's your boy Ross B.
Okay, that's the normal
back.
You got me
Ross.
laughing.
That's a normal Ross
You got
right
me
there.
shaking.
Yo, you know I was down for a week.
You was sick for a week?
They put me, somebody, I ain't gonna say who, someone's kids got me.
He said,
out for a
I'm not
week.
going to say who someone's kid.
I got multiple kids, and it wasn't
You're
mine.
right, someone's children, because kids it's not the proper term.
Right, children.
They got me.
I'll tell you one thing, it wasn't mine.
Okay.
And it wasn't mine either.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess Casper got me.
Yeah.
The friendly ghost.
But hey, I'm back and I'm feeling better than ever. Today we're gonna talk about physical health and how it connects to people we love, people we train, and ourselves.
Yeah.
One of the first stories that come to me and what I think about is I started training my dad recently, and you know, he was a little reluctant to come in, but I started with just stretching. Pops, let's just stretch. He was like, all right. So started with that. And one of the things I noticed first was his balance was off. So my dad is 62. It's one of those things that you grew up seeing your dad and you're like, this dude is amazing.
Right.
And then as we get older, people forget
They
their
get
parents are
older as
getting
well.
older. And his balance is off. He can't stay on one foot. He's, dropping and stuff like that. So we just started working on balance. And, week after week, he started getting better. And it's one of those things of, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
That's a fact.
And I think it's important for our parents to stay fit, stay active. Got my mom coming in because we have kids coming. Well, I have a daughter coming. You guys have kids. Our grandparents need to be able
Present and active.
to be active, picking them up, walking upstairs, all of that stuff. So how did that affect you and your?
Growing up, my mom was more active in the house doing like the house chores like her mother would do, raising 5 boys. It's a lot. My dad was active, playing soccer with us, just watching him do things hands-on, hence why I'm Handy Al, Mechanic Al, so on and so forth. But seeing my dad do stuff like that, it taught me that to get my hands dirty, essentially. But seeing that played a huge role in how I became a father and just a person in general. So I think that played a huge role in my fitness level, my attention to detail, of just watching my parents do it and make sure that seeing my dad be as active as he was, seeing my mom being as active she was with all of us, being able to juggle all that stuff. You talk about balance. I remember vividly my mom one time holding, Haitians had the Jell-O. They always had the big bowls of Jell-O.
Right.
My mom had one hand was holding Jell-O, the other hand was holding something, and I remember she opened the fridge with her foot. Different.
Yeah, multitask.
Right?
Multitask.
And I just
that
remember seeing that. I was probably like maybe 12, but I just remember seeing that, and I was just like, that's crazy. Like, you just balance that and open the door with your foot. So little things like that, you don't realize as you get older. My mom's not doing that now.
Yeah.
And
She hasn't practiced it
She
in a
hasn't
while.
practiced in a while, but I think it was just, we were so active that she had to be active. With 5 boys.
Right.
So to be able to see that was, impressive. But then you got my dad who's over here like, he's constantly working on cars. So I remember one time he's reaching for something and reaches back to grab a tool while holding on to something. Like, he can't do that now.
Yeah.
Right.
Now he's a painter. Like, he paints the cars now. He doesn't do the mechanic stuff anymore. So seeing the progression of not being as active played a role. But now that my kids are much older and my brothers have kids, and seeing my dad being interactive with them, it's you see the difference in how he moves. Like he's going down, like a little bit slower, not as fast. So the importance of being active, not just in your 20s and 30s and 40s, it's got to go on
You gotta
forever.
continue on.
So I think that plays a role.
It kind of brings like a fire back in them, though. You see,
Yeah,
like,
he tries to move again. He tries to do things that he wasn't, don't bring up the video, but when my dad was trying to play with the soccer ball, it almost collapsed.
When you tell me don't,
I know,
don't
it's
pull up
going to
the
pop
video.
up, but listen, it happens.
Now we have to find that.
His dad almost tore his whole knee up.
Everything, knee, ankle,
Almost
hip.
went.
And then I did the same day.
And then he was shuffling.
Probably a little bit there doing that deadlift.
He was about to fall too. The Joseph had a bad day that day. I gotta find that video.
I'm still him though. But
Based off of my experience, my dad is a little different because I grew up with just my father, so he was always working. But more recently, my dad is 84 now.
old head.
Yeah, he an old head. So like he has a ton of issues that he's kind of dealing with, and chronic pains and stuff like that. So his equilibrium is completely off. But I go and train him every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We do stretching. He's not balancing, guys.
It's over?
Yeah, he's not balancing. Right? The single leg balance is not his thing right now. But he still manages to go like up and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
His only thing is that he's very like sedentary. Like he sits all day. Right? And then he tries to get up and do things when Rory is around. It's not
Gonna
happening.
work that way.
Because it's tough for him to, be active around my nieces all the time. Like he's in a time in his life now where he's just trying to relax and chill. But that's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You should still be moving around. Like every time he goes and a nurse comes, they always tell him like, hey, you have to use your bands. You got to use your 2.5, 5 pound weights just to keep some muscle, in his body and keep him strong. So like right now he's in a different time.
Yeah.
But he's doing good. He's good. It's balance. He don't got no balance. But he's still strong though. He got the grip.
I think if he had to whip somebody's ass, he
gonna slap somebody.
slap somebody up.
He'll slap somebody.
So now we have an adult fitness class, and we have a lot of different people, former athletes, people that never played a sport.
People that never
Worked
out.
Period.
We have it all, and they come in. What do you think pushed them to want to come in and work out and train? What do you think?
I think it's a few things. Some people visually see something that they're not happy of, which is perfectly normal. And then you have those that either had a health scare.
Yeah.
So then they realize, okay,
I gotta do
I
something.
gotta stop messing around because I'm not 18. I can't eat this and act like I can, hang. And then you have those that realize that they're starting a family and they need to
Be active.
be active. So you got, we have some of our pregnant clients, they're like, I want to stay fit throughout my pregnancy. And when it's time to stop, I stop and I come right back. That's kind of a motivator. So it's
Friends too, right?
Yeah, friends. They bring friends along. It's just the spectrum's so wide that you just don't know what the person's why is, but they're here and they see the value in what we do and how we do it. And a lot of people made a lot of progress within our program so far that I've seen.
Yeah, facts. I would say like some of the things that we kind of see, especially in our expat classes, is like a lot of referrals, right? A lot of people see their friends working out, and also change of season. All right, people see that spring, summertime coming.
We know it's coming.
Like I gotta step it up. But
Sign
a lot
up
of referrals. Who's that?
Sign up now.
That's
It ain't
it.
too
Mess
late.
around. What we got?
Definitely a lot of
February?
referrals though.
We got 3 weeks until spring.
Yeah, I think like the vibe too from our classes is a little bit different. Like a lot of people enjoy what we're doing and like the intensity of it. Sometimes they get a different kind of intensity every single day, I feel like.
Yeah.
And every few weeks we change up the program. So they're getting a variety of training. It's not just like the same thing. It's not repetitive. It's not the same thing over and over. So I think it's enjoyable. And when people see it posted online, they just like, all right, let's be a part of that.
A lot of people get intimidated on what we post too, though. So they think, I can't do that. I'm not a former athlete.
Right.
but the environment here isn't you're only an athlete. It's to bring the athlete out of you.
Yeah.
So again, we always go back to when we were kids. You didn't think about, oh, I can't do a push-up. You just did it.
Yeah.
So the goal here is to be able to just feel confident enough to, be able to do that, and then you surpass that.
Yeah. And I think when they see us working out too, like Des is a big poster.
I mean, come on.
And doing extra. So sometimes he might scare some people off, but then, like the basics.
we'll do a
we stick
workout
with the
with him.
basics over here.
We'll do a workout with Buddy, right? And then have to show Buddy up.
Show who up? Look. Who we showing up?
I'm trying to, I don't know what's going on.
Look.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It's me. I'm the best one here.
I'm a dog.
No, you were sick like a
I
dog.
was sick. That's funny. Yo.
Fellas, it ain't clear.
Hey, y'all knew.
It's yellow.
Hey,
That boy sent pictures. Oh,
hey, listen, I was out sick for a week. When I ain't gonna talk about what was going on, but they throw jokes. Hey, Des, you not here? I said, y'all want me here? Look at this. I sent them a picture of some of that flip.
Don't put that on here.
Ross said, no, thank you. Okay,
Whatever
I'm
you
gonna stay
don't.
my ass home.
No, thank you.
Oh, my goodness. That ain't it,
But that leads into the next segment of us and our fitness and our health.
Right.
How important do you guys take it? What's your why? We could go around. What's our why to keep working out, keep pushing, keep training the way we train?
For me personally, it's just like our adult class. It's so wide for me. Obviously, my personal health with my issues that I have with the health with Graves, and then it's me with post-football issues with my nerve damage, and it's just like the more active I am, the better it is in regards to not going backwards. And I always think of this way. I got 3 kids. I want to be able to pick them up, run around with them as long as I can.
Yeah, the boy now, cuz.
Yeah, because as now it's like, I see what my parents and my grandparents, when I was at my kid's age, I don't remember per se, but when I was really young, I couldn't remember the time my grandfather couldn't pick me up. And then there was a time where I got too big and he couldn't pick me up.
But that was probably early on.
So
Chill out.
I was probably your size,
Chill, yo.
little boy. I ate my vegetables.
Buddy was a big boy, yo.
He had them big ass teeth too. That's what it was.
Leave my teeth out of this.
Yeah.
But it's important for me now to be able to pick up my kids. My test now is if I can't hold all 3 of my kids at once, then I'm not doing something right. So I want to be able to hold them and feel strong in that position. And if that's why I train the way I do, is quick. But then it goes down to, we used to train together all the time, 5 days a week for 3 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 3 hours anymore. Right now, if I got 30 minutes, I'm getting 30 minutes of work. If I have an hour, I'm getting an hour. But it's gone down to 2 or 3 days a week. But I got to focus on what's my plan. So if I'm going to do 2 days a week, it's full body. If I'm going to do 3, upper, lower, full. So that's kind of how I break it down with my regiment. But it's what I can get because I don't have the time like I used to.
I mean, for me, it's more like just mental wellness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I don't get in a workout a day, even if it's 45 minutes, if I don't do it, then my mood is off all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have built up energy, and I don't like that. I like to just be like kind of chill, calm during the day, or else like everybody gonna get a different side of Ross that y'all don't want. But like, hey, like that boy shivering. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, I have to do something at least every single day. We're kind of following the same program right now.
Yeah.
We do what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, actually.
We're doing 5 days.
5 days, boy.
And I'm going to do it as much as I can. I got time right now.
You gotta
That's
enjoy
going
it.
to change soon.
Yeah.
You better enjoy. You better get your sleep.
Yeah, but like I'm adding boxing now, and that's a whole nother thing,
I want to throw that back in there. It's just that regiment.
Yeah, it's
I want to make that time.
It's tough, but like, like every time we go, it's just like a different feeling. You feel exhausted, but to the point where like you also have a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, it's super important because I want Rory to kind of see me working out so that she can do the same thing. Because mom isn't really into fitness like that.
Oh.
So I don't want no trouble. What's wrong with this? I don't want no trouble.
Don't do that.
So Ross,
Oh my gosh. Where does he go with this?
Yeah, go ahead, Des.
Nah, so basically what you guys are saying, I remember when I started doing the early morning workouts, I wanted to look good, right? Now that I got Miranda, I don't really care to look good anymore.
Now you see why I don't do ads,
Right.
Forget
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Forget that. But I want to look and feel good, obviously. I want to be able to beat my kid, my future daughter, and
Wait, beat?
listen to what I'm
Like
saying.
beat them up?
Like, beat their
Beat
ass.
them.
No.
And-
No,
no.
I say, DCF.
What's he doing before? Like,
We got one.
Got his ass.
We got his ass.
Not beat their ass. All right. That's a whole nother episode we can talk about. But I want to, my daughter that's coming and my future kids, I want to be able to beat them in every sport, every physical activity as
let them
long
know
as
you
possible.
still got it.
As long as possible. I want them to be 18, 20, and still be like, I don't know if I could take pops. That's what I want to do. Also, we train a bunch of these young kids, and they think like they got us.
Not
And
even
y'all ain't
close.
got us. Not yet. And I want to be able to keep that up. So that goal helps me wake up and be like, all right, I got to get in.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone, no matter what level, you got to have a goal attached. If you're just freestyling it,
Yeah.
it's going to only last you so long. So
Right. It makes you, the goal, I think, makes you work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you just kind of do a program where you're training, I mean,
You just gotta-
kinda
You're just going through the motions.
Through the
Don't-
motions.
But like if you set a goal, I was just talking to someone about this last week who's very active, and I'm like, yeah, like you work out weekly, right? 5 days a week, but you should start setting benchmarks, bench press, back squat, deadlift, and it'll make you work that much harder.
Yep.
you'll push and you'll be consistent.
Right.
Like those days where, you don't feel like doing it, there's something that has to get you over the hump, and that can be it. So
And a big thing that I've noticed is, Lainey said this before, well, her teacher told us, but to worry about yourself. A lot of people are not worried about themselves. They worry about the next person and say, why don't I look like that?
Yep.
Why aren't I doing it like that? Where you got to focus on you. So you guys you can work out 4 days a week, whatever. I can't do that, but I'm trying to maximize my time that I have.
Right.
People need to focus on their time that they have. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, but everyone can scroll on their phone for 5 hours, but they can't put 30 to 1 hour.
We should have people post the screen time.
Yeah,
the folks that say they don't have time.
So it's like, listen, if you can be on your phone for that long, you can do sections too. You can see how long you're on Instagram,
everything, yeah.
text message, all that. I guarantee you, if people's screen time that are over, 2 hours on Instagram in a day, if you say you can't work out for 30 minutes or 20 minutes, you're lying to yourself.
Right.
So then don't say you're a victim when you're like, oh, I don't have the time. I got this going on. I got that going on. But it's like you've been on social media.
Being choosy.
You're sitting there. So it's just more so being, what's the word I'm trying to use for it? Being selective and prioritizing exactly what's important.
Or being intentional. So if a person works out 5 days a week, they can bullshit for 5 days, and then there's that person that works out twice a week, but they're very intentional.
They're on it.
They're gonna get more results, and they're gonna outwork that person. So it's all about your intent. Be intentional. Everything we talked about, be intentional. I think that's the number one thing, and that's gonna help you get to where you
start
want.
small. It's not, you don't have to jump into it. There was a parent that said they want to train with us 5 days a week. They haven't trained in 2 years.
Yeah.
What is
Well,
that
it's
doing
not
for
gonna
That's
happen.
not going to do it for you.
It sounds good though.
It does sound good, but when you on the ground begging for the Lord every day,
From the warm-up.
Yeah, from the warm up, what are we supposed to do? Now you just wasted an hour because 15 minutes killed you. So now you think you're gonna do that every day? It's not possible. So that just takes away. So again, being intentional with what you're doing, prioritizing, and making sure 30 minutes is enough. You could bust out. It's as simple as this: push-ups, 5 rounds of 15. Bodyweight squats or jump squats, same thing, 5 rounds of 20. Do that in your living room. Start with that. Just do that 2 times, 3 times a week, and then from there you want to throw in a weight. If you don't have weights, everyone has a gallon of milk. There goes your curls. There goes your weight to use in your house. It's little things you can use around your house. You don't actually need to go buy weights.
Some people.
But people don't think like that, but it's that simple. But it's just, being intentional. Do you want to get something done? If someone's like, oh, I got my driver's license appointment, I got to make sure I move my schedule. You could do that, but you can't make your schedule to do a workout.
Creativity is limited.
It's selective.
Yeah.
So
limited.
I'm tired of going off because I could keep going.
Get him to calm
I could
down.
keep going,
I'm
but
gonna get you to calm down.
selective. Just be intentional what you're doing and prioritize. Make yourself important because I'm a father of 3, and if I don't take care of myself first, then I'm not here to take care of my kids.
That's true.
Absolutely.
So that's my mindset now.
Well, bottom line is continue to get your physical activity, all levels. People, get your parents involved, get yourself involved. And
You know, that's the most common way to really get yourself excited about just working out. Just find yourself a nice little community of people who enjoy the same thing, and you'll easily be able to do it.
I know a community you can
Hey.
house.
Friendly to strangers.
We mean to
Come
we
on
mean when we
by.
know you though.
Come on by.
Come
We're
on
gonna take
down.
care of you.
And that's
Hey,
it.
we
yeah.
signing out. Episode 60.
Babe.
XenHouse, yeah. XenHouse, XenHouse, yeah.